Seminar is really one of the most special experiences you have at St. John's. It's somewhat similar to what you might imagine a seminar at another school is. Smaller group of people, not that small relative to other St. John's classes, but you have a group of people sitting around a table discussing. But unlike in other classes, in other institutions where you might have a faculty member really actively lead the conversation, a St. John's seminar tends to start with an opening question, and from then it's largely in the hands of the class as a whole. So, if you're in freshman year and maybe you've just read Plato's Republic, the tutor who leads the seminar might look through the text and come up and find some question that's fruitful for conversation. And these range wildly. Sometimes they're kind of very simple questions that are directly related to the text, like what does Socrates means when he says this? And sometimes they're very broad conceptual questions. It's not unheard of for a tutor to look at a text like that and go as broad as, so what is virtue? And from then, it suddenly transforms what's otherwise a group of people sitting around the table into a community of learning. That question is put on the table, and people come together, first proposing answers, and from there tends to be a kind of curve of conversation going all over the book, discussing all sorts of different elements. In one sense, pursuing an answer to a question, but in another sense, pursuing a shared understanding. An opening question is almost never answered in a seminar, and that's actually one of the most wonderful things. We're not coming together at St. John's to provide the definitive answer to what is virtue. I think it would be very hubristic to assume we could answer that. But we are coming together to be able to properly understand what it means to ask questions about virtue, and to understand what it means to ask questions and learn together as a community. And I think one thing that seems important to me in seminars being kind of a community of learning is that people grow as they go through a seminar. So when you start freshman year, you have a bunch of people straight out of high school who don't necessarily have experience talking to each other. They need to learn to listen, they need to learn to understand, they need to learn to take someone else's thought, synthesize it, and produce their own thought. That's something that takes a lot of effort. And so freshman year, when you're dealing with these ancient Greek writers who pose very fundamental questions, you're also learning how to have a conversation. And usually over the course of the year, as you get to learn about your tutors, about your classmates better, you kind of come together as a whole. And what might start, maybe your first Iliad seminar is a bunch of people making random statements disconnected to each other, might, by the time you're at Phaedrus at the end of freshman year, be a sustained questioning about the place of love and learning. And then as you go through the years, I think that kind of arc of learning at St. John's continues, because you never stop getting better at participating in education in a community of education. I think it changes and evolves, and it shapes you as you go through it. Sophomore year, start off with a lot of religious texts, poses a completely new challenge. I think most people freshman year are able to have some distance between themselves and the text. Sophomore year, you're suddenly forced to come in very direct contact with the ideologies and the theology that you're dealing with. And I think people have to learn how to talk about things they feel personally very strongly about in a way that still sustains conversation and sustains learning. I think that's one of the big challenges of sophomore year. By junior year, I think people are generally more familiar with how conversation goes, and so then you're challenged with more difficult texts. You tend to spend more time understanding what on earth is Kant saying, what does this mean? And so you're not only learning to be a community of learners together in terms of broad understanding, but in terms of very specific technical analysis of texts. And by senior year, I think you put all these skills together and ideally have found ways to sustain your thinking in kind of more prolonged inquiries, no longer just kind of like little bits and pieces. You're able to take the junior year kind of sustained inquiry, have something that's very personal, you care about it, you're motivated it, you've understood sophomore year. And I think at the most basic level, what you learn freshman year, kind of that ability to learn to talk to each other. And you put that all together in a way that I think lets you pursue the questions that shape our world most directly. Yeah, I think that's like one of the greatest strengths of the program, is that we're all individuals with very different backgrounds and very different interests. You have some people who spent a lot of time studying ancient Greek before coming to St. John's. You have people who've only been interested in math and physics. You have people who come from, across the world. You have people who come from, across the street in Annapolis. And so I think a seminar ends up being kind of a combination of all these experiences. And I think it also ends up becoming a combination of different people's different ways of thinking. I think you see that very strongly with tutors. Tutors also come from a very broad range of backgrounds. Not all philosophy PhDs. We have scientists. We have political theorists. We have the whole spectrum here at St. John's, and people with their own ways of questioning. Some tutors like to ask very broad questions and let students figure it out. Some tutors tend to take a more Socratic approach and directly question people and try to pick out an individual point to try to help students sustain the course of questioning. And I think depending on where people come from and what they're bringing, you get a kind of more full understanding of different perspectives on a work. Sometimes that can be a little disjointed, but I think the disjointedness, if anything, is an indication of what can be there, of the fact that it can come together in a good seminar. And I think good tutors, which is almost all of our tutors, I think all of our tutors that I've ever experienced are able to really put that together. I think I've seen myself change in a couple very important different ways. I think when I started at St. John's, I was not interested in anything that was particularly abstract. I was not interested in any philosophy that wasn't immediately a kind of moral philosophy that would give me a clear guidance for tomorrow. And I'm still not, going to go pursue philosophy, a graduate degree specializing in metaphysics. But I do think that over my time at St. John's, I've understood better why asking fundamental questions about our existence matters. And I think that's something I really value. I think on a maybe more personal level, I've become much better at participating in conversation. I've become better at understanding people. I think, like many people, when you come in, I would always try to listen, of course, but I think I would often respond to what I thought people were saying or what I expected them to say, rather than what they were really saying. And I think something I've gained over the past 4 years is an ability to listen a little bit more carefully and to take an active role in conversations that helps raise up people's voices that I'm talking to. I think it's easy to kind of let the loudest voice be heard. But I think something I've learned in my time at St. John's is that a good conversation requires really actively listening and bringing in voices that are not being heard at the table, because sometimes they're the perspectives that are most needed for the conversation. That's one of the great things about St. John's, is that there is this integration of all the parts of the program. I think some people would say that the rest of the program is in service to seminar. I'm not sure I really agree. I do think seminar is integral to the program, like every other part. And I think you see that, we learn Greek at the same time we're reading ancient Greek authors. I don't think that's because we learn ancient Greek in order to understand Plato. If we did, we probably would learn Greek very differently. But it does help our understanding, if we're asking in language class, what does it mean to read a translated text? What does it mean to have concepts that exist in Greek with no clear equivalent in English? What is Denos? And then in seminar, you then turn and are reading a text, you're reading Antigone, where the word comes up, and you have a chance to really bring those together, and the work of your language class supports your seminar, and vice versa. And I think that extends to all the other tutorials and labs too. I think particularly senior year, as kind of our sciences begin to press the limits of and change our sense of what reality is, there's strong implications towards our seminar readings. And when you're reading something that deals with metaphysics in the 20th century, I think the question of how is this shaped by our understanding of the universe is essential. And I think the question of how is our understanding of the universe in a scientific sense shaped by our understanding in a philosophic sense is also critical. The line of connecting biology and Darwin and political reasoning and the dangers that comes with that is something that very much has been discussed in both my lab and my seminar. And I think there's always some kind of connection that can be found. Preceptorials are wonderful. It's the closest thing we have to electives at St. John's, but don't let that fool you. That does not mean you specialize through a preceptorial. Preceptorial is instead a chance to focus closer to do something that we don't always get to do in seminar, which is read a text slowly. Because with the kind of scope of Western thought we're trying to cover in seminar, we necessarily read fast. And sometimes that's great in the sense that you get a really broad range of things to compare and think about. The preceptorials are a chance for juniors and seniors to sit for a moment with the text. And it fulfills, I think, a kind of missing part in our ability to discuss and a place for us to dive deeper. At the beginning of the year, they kind of send out a list, or some point in the fall, they send out a list of texts that different tutors have decided to offer preceptorials on. They will generally be a wide range. Sometimes there's math preceptorials, usually at least one a year. I remember there was one on number theory last year. Sometimes there are more scientifically minded preceptorials. There are artistic preceptorials. They had a preceptorial on what an art museum is last year as well. There's preceptorials on books people want to return to. So there's often Plato preceptorial. There's preceptorials on books we miss on the program and that are still great and deserve to be read. So I was in a Toni Morrison preceptorial last year. This year. I know there was a Hannah Arendt preceptorial last year. They kind of fill in various different gaps in the program. And you're with a smaller group of people with only one tutor instead of seminar, which usually has two tutors, and really get to dive into that one work for a series of a few weeks with a group of people that are both juniors and seniors. And that way you break out of what might otherwise be a little bit of an insular class as well. Juniors get to hear from seniors who might have had a little bit more experience with the program and have read further. And seniors get to hear from juniors who might bring a fresh perspective that their class might not have. And so it's a kind of wonderful way to bring in other parts of conversation and how one learns and what one needs to cover in 4 years. I think on a very broad level, I remember my metaphysics seminar for Aristotle. And I think for me, that was a point where St. John's really clicked for me, where I had read this text. I was like, this is very strange. It's very interesting, but I don't get it. And I came into seminar and I sat down with a group of other people who didn't get it. And we had a wonderful pair of seminar tutors who really encouraged us to pry deeper into some of the questions that kind of Aristotle has by bringing up previous philosophers in the first part of the Metaphysics, where he kind of gives this catalog of other philosophers who have thought different things about how the universe is made up, and kind of question of what is, goes beyond physics, what is alongside physics. And through that conversation, I really felt I, for the first time, understood what these conversations were for and what I was doing there. And so I think that metaphysics seminar still has stuck with me very strongly. I've been thinking about that a lot as I'm, getting ready to graduate. And I think the kind of work you do in seminar is a kind of work that stays with you for a very long time. I think particularly in senior year, we've been dealing with a lot of texts that have very clear implications for our modern world. So in that sense, I think I've gained different ways of understanding questions of democracy, questions of religion, questions of society that I hadn't really thought about before. But maybe on a more fundamental level, I think seminar has provided me with a way of understanding what I'm doing when I'm learning that I hope will have sparked in me a desire to continue learning moving forward. Learning is not just kind of a cold absorbing information. It's this very lively, engaging conversation, this reaching out to other people, gaining from them gaining from us, kind of reciprocal exchange of truth. And I think there's something really beautiful and exciting in that. And seminar has inspired, I think, the passion in me to continue pursuing that desire to learn. Because it's not restricted to the St. John's seminar table. While there is something special about sitting together at a St. John's class, it's not something that's limited to the walls of this college. I think even after being at St. John's, I've been talking to, after a few years, I've been talking to my 13-year-old brother and having these fascinating conversations with him, because he also has a lot of really valuable things to teach me. And I've been able to talk about things in a way I don't think I would have before St. John's. I think just keeping up that inquiry, keeping up that desire to question, keeping up that desire to converse are things that I hope will continue after my time at St. John's. And having met alumni, I think that's true. I think a lot of the alumni I've met are still interested in keeping that passion going and keeping that inquiry, even whenever they go into, data analysis or whatever field they're in. They still have a spark for learning.